Alright, looks like we're working to me. Oh, let me make a little change. There we go. Alright, now we look like we're working. So, when I was looking at the deadzone book yesterday, I was like, those robots are really, really cool. Apparently on that Sunday when I was super depressed, I had bought one. I half remember doing this, to be honest. I just didn't know when it was actually showing up. So, it's pretty cool. We get to look at, we get to check this guy out today. And I wanted to do a little follow-up because I've been playing around with the deadzone terrain, and I wanted to talk about it a little more because it's really cool. Really, really cool. Really fun time. But to start off, we're going to unbox this Malifaux. Also, we're going to look at some rats because I built some of the rats. I have not touched any of the resin, but I've been building plastic rats. So this is the Warpath Universe Strider. Model looks awesome. This is a really crappy box. Like, let me help you. The design of this box is really rough. It's very busy. And like very clearly like differently placed graphics that aren't really connecting in any meaningful way. And that's a real shame because this model looks really cool. Let's see, you can build the camp fluffer. Sure, the camp fluffer, but it shows you it's compatible with a bunch of different ones. This thing over this. Let's get the plastic off and then we can look at the box a little better. We can look at the box better for the camp fluffer. Which I think is my new favorite term. Alright. There we go. You can see the box a little bit better now. Yeah, still bad design on the box, but... Alright, so you got the one where all the glass is broken for the plague, and you've got the enforcer, the GCPS one, and one for Rebs. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna have some bits in here. It looks like we're gonna have two different guns. It looks like we're gonna have like a shotgun thing, or a flamethrower and a chainsaw. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. Alright, so we got a bag of our robot bits, which means that this guy's PVC based, and then what looks like 60 mil base. So pop her open and see what we got, right? Pop her open and see what we got. That's what we got. So you guys don't have to stare at my beard so much. So the MDF bases I give you, they're nice quality MDF. I am just not a fan of MDF bases because I like to magnetize my models. So since I magnetize my models, these are basically worthless to me. So I've been putting all my guys on GW bases because they've got the nice space underneath to put the magnet, since I magnetize everybody. So we'll take a look at that when we take a look at the rats. I want to show them off because I was extremely impressed with them last night, to be honest. So this guy's a little bit older of a model, I believe, so he might be a little bit rougher, but okay. Got some armor bits. Got some more armor bits here. There's the body. A little bit of a seam line there. But cleanup's needed on that. It looks like mold slippage from that seam line, maybe? Arms and stuff. Robot arm. Robot chainsaw arm. Robot chainsaw arm. Let's see what that was. Is that my mom? No. Alright. Like cool. Okay. More people arms, and then a couple different heads. There's the shotgun kind of thing. Don't go like that. Here's Flamethrower Arm. A little bit bent up. Yeah, this is PVC based plastic, so it's gonna bend and stuff a little bit. Okay, so that's the Plague like ripped open canopy. That's what that is. We've got trying to make sense of the pieces. Okay, so this one I think is a leg. Should get 2 of those. So I think those are legs. And then I think this is an arm. I think that's an arm. I think they go like that. And then that's a foot. That's the rockets in the shoulder if you want to put them on. That's the body for the guy in the canopy. Controls for the guy in the canopy. That's just the sealed canopy. That's the hips. And then this is another arm. Okay, so not bad. I understand it now. Definitely a little rough compared to the really cool stuff with the vermin. But that's just because it seems to be PVC versus hard plastic, where the hard plastic is just like way better. Definitely a little rough compared to that, but not bad. Like not in a bad way. This flamethrower is very, very large. And then let's see, we got this one here, which I guess goes like this. Yeah, I guess that goes like that. And then this one connects to this somehow, like that. Yeah, that one looks like I'm missing something, some piece of logic there somewhere. Might be like part of a hand. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. It's like I bet you there's like part of a hand, so that goes like that, and then the hand goes into it. Okay, I gotcha. Cool. Alright, so that all seems pretty simple and straightforward, to be honest. It's weird his legs are shorter than his arms, but it's not terrible. So, like, if we clean a little bit of this up, right, so like that goes into... that will go in there like that, I'm assuming, and then that goes on the hips. Like that. Or like that. I don't know which way the hips are supposed to be forward. Okay, the crotch plate goes in the front. So, yeah, so like that would go like that, and this would go like that. Okay, it's not bad. And we got the same thing here. I guess the knee pads come off the other runner. Alright. You know what? I think this is a 60. Maybe it's a 50. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find another one. Let me see if I can find a real base for this. To the base bag! Everybody jam! It's a space jam. Everybody get up and slam. For the space jam. No, you're not what I need. You might be what I need over there. 1 second. I'm coming back, probably. Assuming I don't get devoured by these bags of bases I have sitting around my craft room. There we go. Alright. There should be one of these in here. That's a GW base. Because MDF bases are not bad. Right? Like, I'm not swapping this out because it's bad. I'm swapping it out because MDF bases do not work with magnetization. They just don't work. Alright, there we go. There's our base. Yep. Alright. Knew I had one floating around. Okay, cool. I'll put those on the floor right there. Ah! Alright. Let's get this guy assembled. I am words. What's in this magic Wookiee bag? Wait, there's more. So I went out today to pick up some stuff to work on the display base. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. So we got some color paint, we got some spackle, we got all this kind of like DIY hobby stuff. I got some cheap ass brushes at Walmart. These are like 50 cents a brush, so I figured even if they explode on the first use, it's probably still worth it. But yeah, I got lots of like tons of like little DIY hobby stuff. So and I picked up some Gorilla Glue because I was out. All right, cool. All right, now we have the alternate base. We have our robot. We can start putting him together. And some glue. Shaky, shaky, shaky the glue. It's earthquake time on the camera. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's rock. Okay. So, we've got a foot, a leg, a foot, and a dongus. It's the robot dongus right there. Clean that up. Clean up the robot dongus. Okay. So, one second. Alright. That connects to a foot, like that. Goes on the base, like that. And I've got hips. Next like that. So, nice and easy. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Okay, I'll put some on the foot. Plop. The feet to be a little duck-footed, just because it will look nicer. And we want the hips to angle just slightly in. Okay, that's what we want. Same thing with this guy. This guy we're going to actually put a little bit further back, like that. And before we glue it down, we're going to make sure that it works on the hips. Okay. Some glue on the foot there. Like that. So then it's going to fall off. Of course it is. So I am doing the lower half of this first, because this thing will be way less fiddly if it has some kind of base to like connect to. I'll have way less part of the time like trying to pose this thing, if that's the case. Alright, we actually have to angle that leg in a little bit more. Like that. Like that. Ow. Okay, hips. Connect anytime. Anytime, man. Anytime. Alright. Really? Ay. Okay. To reapply glue here and here. And we're going to put some glue on the bottom of this foot. Like that. There we go. This is probably super riveting, and you're probably just like, all we see is the back of your hands. I'm sorry. He needs to be on a solid surface, or he's going to stand all crooked. If I hold him up while I do this, he's just going to be standing crooked. Okay. There we go. Fucker. There's not nearly as strong points of contact on those ankles as I think there is. So, yeah. Riveting, I'm sure. Watch me hold this robot donger while it glues to your butt ankles. Okay. Robot donger. Oh, fuck. This is why I like plastic glue. You almost never have these problems with plastic glue. So I will say all the dead zone stuff that I opened yesterday, all just went together like a dream. This guy being PVC is definitely a little more fiddly, and that's just because you have to use super glue for him. Because if you use plastic glue, he literally won't hold together. It just doesn't work with plastic glue. Okay. Is it because that leg is too far out? That's why it's not sitting right? Fuck. This might be user error. Fuck. Might be user error. Yeah, looks like it's user error. Which, I mean, really, is anyone really surprised? Right? Are you surprised it's user error? Because for real, you probably shouldn't be. It's really fiddly on that foot. Does not like to connect in that ankle at all. Because I have to break all of the connections because okay, it's in the socket. It's well, good news. You can at least see that you can break the sockets if you have to. Okay, that's it in both sockets. Okay, so he's going to be leaning forward a little bit. A lot of it. That's fine. He's going to be a plague robot anyway. We're going to build a plague one. So. Yeah, that was a good bit fiddlier than I expected it to be, no lie. It's because I was just trying to really do a pose it didn't want to do. Which, I mean, fair, right? But at the same time, more poses the better, really. Alright, so that's that part done. Where's the body? Alright, our body's gonna... Ooh, that's gonna lean forward a lot. Fuck. God damn it! This thing is so cool. Why is it such a pain in the ass? Really cool looking robot. Why is it so fucking obnoxious? Okay. Now his feet are at weird angles. Man, I thought this would just be like a 2-minute glue job. No, it's not. So he just does not want to go together in a way that makes sense. Okay. How does that look? A little awkward, but nothing terrible. Alright, I think that's... Oh, the fucking ankle's not in again. God damn it. Alright, you know what? We're just going to keep that ankle out. And too bad if it doesn't actually get in the ball joint. It still has points of contact. Fuck. So this thing isn't actually fiddly to go together. It's just, it wants to be in like only one pose. And that's it. Which I guess does technically make it very fiddly to go together. Alright. Give me a second. I have to break this, or we're never going to get it into a good pose. I thought this would just literally just be an easy glue job. Fuck. I will say this is night and day compared to like all the other deadzone stuff I built yesterday, which was like a fucking dream. And then, oh, this guy's a pain in the ass. Partly this is user error, yeah. But this thing really looks like it should be able to go into different poses, but it really can't if you want the ankles to actually work and connect and stuff. Come on. Literally, I've been able to break every other one. Why not you? Huh? Why not? Come on. Come on. Well, there's some play there. Come on. Play might be enough. I need it. It has to be in a pose like that, but I have to. Just because the ankle's stupid. Okay, let's try that. Alright, that'll be good enough. We can do that. That's good enough. Alright, this guy goes back up here. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, it's really funny. I haven't had any trouble with the any of the stuff in the actual deadzone box. It's all just been like fucking like butter. Like just pure fucking gravy. And this one, oof. Oof, oof, oof. He's really far forward on the base now. Fuck. Now I have to move him backwards. Ow. That's why you shouldn't cut towards yourself, kids. Okay. What did we learn today? Mantic stuff is great, but some of the old stuff is really rough. That's what we learned today. Give me 1 second. other things we learned today. Cuts from dull razor knives are obnoxiously painful. And that I don't have any band-aids. I should change the title of this stream to, like, watch me bleed out. See how quickly I get banned from YouTube. Alright. So this is the body. Got some pretty nasty mold lines. Just hitting them with the back of the razor blade. We'll take care of them without, like, grinding into the plastic underneath. I'm just hitting it with my fingernail to make sure it's... Because you're always going to be able to see it, because, like, since we're scraping away, the color of the plastic's going to change. But, like, if I hit it with a fingernail, I can see if it's, like, actually still there. Like, that one's just... That just doesn't exist anymore, even though you can still see it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now, I think I'm done bleeding. Now we could slap a magnet in the bottom of this thing and magnetize the bottom here. Could be a thing that we do if we wanted to. The value of it is you'd be able to do a little bit back and forth movement. I don't know if there's a ton of value in that though. It might be better just to flat out glue him. Just glue him straight like that. Proportionally, I think if his magnet adds any height, I think he's going to look weird. So I think probably no magnet's the way to go. So there we go. Just like that. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's see. We got shoulder pads, knee pads, maybe. What else we got? We got pilot pieces and some kind of piece. Figure out what those are in a minute, and then more pilot pieces. Arms, Skaven head. Alright, so there's the plague canopy. That's what we want right there. Alright, just gotta figure out the pilot for it. Yeah, that just sits nice. Just gotta clean up a little bit of nubs on it, and that should be golden. Got this little nub here in the bottom. It's like the glass is all ripped in. That's really cool. Alright. So let's see. So then we're not going to use this one, or that one, or some of the pieces from this one. So there's a knee pad. This is the other knee pad we want. And then there's some of these, like, I think these are shoulder pads? Maybe? And this is if you want the front to be open. Do these go like there? Maybe? Or like if this is the that's the shoulder, right? Maybe they go on the shoulder somehow? Right? So if like that's the shoulder, maybe they go like that. It's kinda cool if that's the case. See, the only thing with like a terrible mold line, because there's a little mold line here. The only thing with the terrible mold line was the body, and that cleaned up really quick. And there's one here. but I mean, it's gone now, you know? Got a nub on the peg there. And that one's all done. Now we wanted to have the cool chainsaw arm and the shotgun. I think the chainsaw arm is really cool, but I'm not a super big fan of this flamethrower, to be honest. Like, I think if we were to do the chainsaw arm, I might figure out a different flamethrower arm or customize this somehow. Just because it's really big. It doesn't feel... I don't know, it doesn't feel particularly detailed, I guess. So that's a thing that we might look at. Alright, let's look at the box. Let's see. Okay. Where do those little pieces go? I think they're supposed to be shoulder pads. Maybe I'm wrong? Doesn't show them going anywhere. Okay. These, where are they? That's some cloth. And these are the other shoulder pads. And then these can go on those as like extra reinforced spikes if you have a plague guy. It's pretty cool. So you got some arms there. And we got a couple of different heads. Some more arms there. And the hand, and a piece of canopy. There's the pilot body. Alright, that we need. Because we're gonna have a pilot in ours. And I think this head on the right here, I think that's the plague head. It's a little hard to see, but I think that's the one. So we're going to take that. We're going to take the, I think the close-up arms are the ones. Because really, I probably should build this for the GCPS, since that's what I have for Kill Team. But I really like the idea of this being, not Kill Team, Dead Zone. But I really like the idea of this being the Plague one. I think the Plague one's cooler. And honestly, I think I kind of really want to get that Plague Dead Zone, not Dead Zone, Firefight starter. I think I really want to pick that up. So yeah, there's spiky arms here. This is the Plague one. So these details are really hard to see on this dark PVC plastic. They'll still paint up nice because the details are there. They're really fucking hard to see for my eyes. Maybe it's just my eyes being broken because, like, let's be real, they are. But like the detail, because the detail's there. It's tough to see in this PVC. The PVC is less detailed than the hard plastic, that's for sure. That's because the hard plastic. Oof, man, when I was building those rats last night, I was blown away how great they were, to be honest. I did not expect them to be as cool as they were. Come on, piece. God, I fucking hate PVC. Looks at Legion PVC and is still angry. Still angry at my Death Troopers. Why are the Death Troopers PVC? Okay, how the fuck does this arm go? We're done fucking around, boys. Don't know how that nub goes. So that nub don't exist no more. That's how that nub goes. That's how it goes. That's how we fucking roll right now. Because I cut myself with a shitty razor blade. We ain't fucking around with these nubs out here. Go. Alright. And we've got this angry yelling monster head. Alright. And then while we let this dry for a second before we put him in, we'll just let the glue set for a minute because it'll make putting him into the robot much easier. While we let that happen, we're going to take a look at some of the plastic from the deadzone box. Look this way because the hole is that way. There we go. Sweet. Alright, so we're going to let him set so we don't fuck with him. And we're going to check out these big ratty boys. Yeah. So these are the nightmares. So there was there's 4 weapon options on this row. They each can have a dildozer like this. Or they could have a dildozer and like a spurty gun, or they could each have one of 2 heavy weapons. And they're great. I am super in love with them. They're way nicer than I thought they would be. GW models are still nicer, but these guys are wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. They have a lot of personality and stuff. And it's really nice canvas for kit bashing. So I'm going to cover these guys in like pouches and vials and like weird technology shit like sticking out of their backs and tubes and tanks and hoses and right. And I'm going to gear them the fuck out. And it's really exciting. That to me is super exciting. Like these are really nicely detailed. And they are an amazing canvas for like customization. So this is the one with the big drill. I like the idea that these guys had the drills more than like the plague weapons. I like the drill ideas. And then these are some of the little ones. So I built 4 of the guys with the pistols and the knives. And they have a lot of customization in them. Because they're all multi-part, which is really nice. I will say a lot of their faces are really big. So like this guy, I wanted this guy to have one of the really big gas masks, but there just wasn't room with the gun since it had that shield to it. There just wasn't room for the big gas mask there. So this guy ended up getting the big gas mask instead. Because like, look at that thing, that's like a honker. It's like twice the length of his head. That's pretty cool. And then I got another guy here with a pistol and a shooty bang bang chemical laser gun. But yeah, I'm gonna lay these guys down in gear too. It's gonna be really cool. There's 5 more rats on the screws I haven't built yet. I'm gonna build them to have their rifles since these guys have this. So I'm gonna build 4 with rifles. You're gonna build one of the other specialists. There's a guy with like a big heavy like assault rifle. I'm gonna build that. Alright, our guy's probably dried enough. So let's put him in. So he just like... Or not. Does he sit more in the front maybe? Maybe it's more like a... in the front kind of thing? Like that. And then that goes... No. Okay. And this is how the arms want to sit on the body. It's not like This is just how they're like sitting flush. Maybe that one on the right is sitting wrong. Maybe he should be able to like sit in that crevice there. But like, okay, so let's take a look at this. So even if that arm is wrong, there's not a lot of room for him to sit in that crevice. The one I had to cut the nub off of, which is really weird. Maybe, oh, those are all GCPS arms. No, it's probably stuck in my fucking beard. There it is. Okay. Yeah, see, that's just how it fits. Like, so if I take one of the arms off, it all works. Interesting. Yeah, because there's like a center console there. Is there maybe a plague body? Am I using the wrong body? Is that what's going on? I assume the GCPS guy and the plague guy just had the same body. That is an incorrect assumption. There is a plague body. Well, look, I'm making these mistakes so you don't have to, okay? We'll call us a public service. That's what we'll do. Good thing is a plague, you're not really going to be able to see him that well, right? It also explains why that one arm was not fitting very well. Well, we'll get there in the end. It's just going to be a little bit of a messy journey with this guy. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're gonna have to take a shot of soda in a second, though, so I need that energy. So I know they have directions online, but man, this thing really could have used directions. Like, the funny thing is, like, the rat people and all, like, they just don't need directions. Like, the models are clear enough that, like, the fact they don't have directions is perfectly fine. This guy, though, this guy needs some kind of pack-in or something. 'Cause this sucks. Alright, so there's that, and then... So there is a slice in the back of the arms that's supposed to go along the inside of these two panels on the inside here. I'm pointing that out because if you had to do some surgery on this, your arms might not go into the quote-unquote right places. So you might be having the same issue I'm having here now, where I'm trying to make sure the arm is attached, but also falling into those sockets like that. So there we go. So that's what he should look like in the end. And then this should fit nice and easy. Wham wham wazzle. There it is. Okay. Got there in the end, fam. Got there in the end. Alright. Cool. Cool. We figured it out. There's our plague guy. Now, sealing him in this, this metal robot is going to make him a little hard to paint. I'm okay with that. Really without issue. Just because it's going to be hard to see those details anyway. So, if some of it's just black inside the canopy, that's fine. But I will definitely be painting some of his details in there. I would just be breaking out my magnifying glass to do it. Alright. There he goes. Sealed away forever in his canopy of plaguedom. Okay. Alright. So do we want him to have the gun? Or do we want him to have the hands? I think he should have the chainsaw hand. I think that's more of a fitting plague kind of weapon than the weapon is. Than the rifle is. And then I'm going to do something to kit bash the flamethrower. I'm not sure what yet, but we're going to do something for it. Alright, so we're going to do that. And then, what are these? This is shoulder pad with some cloth. And we have crotch piece with some cloth. I think the cloth I'll add to the robot. I think we can do that. And then, where was that knee pad? We had a knee pad floating around somewhere. There it is. There it is. This we got to put on top. So let's put the knee pad on first. Bump. Bump. Go. And then we get some. The cloth makes it feel much more like, I don't know, haphazard to me, and I like that. So we're gonna do that. I think this is, yeah, it goes like that. Okay. Like, we're also gonna give him mismatching shoulders and stuff, and the plague in this universe aren't normal zombies, but they're not like, all their shit's like not like immaculately maintained either. It's like kind of feral and garbagey. So yeah, so we'll give him the cloth there, and that'll look cooler. And then we can we'll put the cloth on one of the shoulders too. Where is your point of contact if it's not there? Okay. It's on for real that time. Alright, so now we have a shoulder here. I'm going to trim this down so it's in the way I was posing it. Like that. There's a shoulder, and then we've got chainsaw arm. Chainsaw arm. So if you wanted to, you could actually magnetize these really easy to swap between the rifle and the chainsaw and flamethrower. It would be super easy to do it. I mean, you already have a hole there. You basically just clip that nub off and put a magnet there. So like you assemble the arm and you assemble the whole thing like it's going to be magnetized for the rifle, and then just click where the arms for the rifles would have gone. That's how you do it. Super easy. But really, I really want the plague. These weapons are pretty heavy. I would legitimately debate pinning this. Like pinning it in place. And if the glue doesn't hold, like if the glue is giving me trouble holding it, we are just going to pin it. But it looks like there's no trouble. Yeah, glue's going to hold it just fine. Alright, so this one's a shoulder piece. I think it's supposed to go on the other side though. So we'll put that one on the other side. And we'll put, I guess, one of these here. Yeah, I think that's cool. We'll do that. And a nub from the inside. Unless these are supposed to go somewhere else. Like on the hips, maybe? Maybe on the hips? Oh, they would fit on the hips. It's not showing them being there, but you could. Now you could also put these little details here, these like plague rivets on the hips too, if you wanted. Yeah, that works. That works really well, actually. Yeah, maybe we'll actually do that. I should have thought of this before I was like, let's glue the arm on. Yeah, that works really well. Okay, cool. So we'll put those on too. So let's see, this guy, he's getting this, and then I guess we'll put a plague rivet there. That might be pretty cool. Or we could do, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're in Kitbashy mode. And we're just going to have some fun with it. It's a plague thing. There's really no wrong way to build it as long as we don't build it super neat and clean. So as long as we don't do that, we're golden. Alright, so maybe we actually like do something like put the other one like that. Or something, I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure out something for it. Alright, so we need this. We need this arm. And then I'm going to customize the hell out of this flamethrower later. I don't know what I want to do to it yet, but we're going to do something to it. So we're actually going to leave that off while we're gluing, so I can customize the hell out of it before I connect it back up again. Alright, so that's just going to be just like that. We'll put it like that. Okay. And he's going to get this here. A little more cloth. pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I'm not even on the camera, Jesus. Holy shit. Alright, there we go. It's pretty awesome. I dig that. Alright, let's put some of those plague rivets on because they're cool. Put one on this side, on the hip here. We'll attach it like it's covering the joint a little. Yeah, that's cool. And we'll put the other one right here, I guess. It's pretty cool. Could put it right there too. Just up on the shoulder bit. It's also pretty cool. Or like right there. Could also use it to give it cat ears. I think right there is probably the best, to be honest. Oh, and the arm's kind of cool. We'll put it on the top. There's sort of a blank space there I want to fill. There we go. Nice. Chainsaw arm. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. We do have an extra one of these. I guess let's at least put it on. Put it on the back there. Since we got it, we might as well use it. You know? And I do want this one to look more haphazard. Cool. Just a little bit of extra random armor there. I have this rocket pod. We're not going to use that. Different fronts. That body we tried to use. Different shoulder pads. I don't know what these little ones are. I don't know what they go to. Yeah, I don't really see where they're supposed to go. Yeah, I don't see where they're supposed to go at all, so we'll just leave those off. We've got that open canopy part. There might be something to that, actually. Let's look at that again. Clip this hand off. I'm going to throw away. Actually, you know what? Let's get all these pieces off of this. So we can get these horrible runners out of here. And this one's just heads, so. Okay, cool. Alright. So yeah, so that's the front all knocked in. What if we like put like a grill over it? So like maybe the glass was broken, but there's still some like grating over the front. Looks kind of cool. Not super feeling it though. Yeah, not feeling it, not feeling it. Alright, so we got our flamethrower here. What I would really like to do is I'm really liking to like put a big tank on the back and have a cable run from the back of that to the tank, and then trade like this whole front piece out, and just like try to shorten it up. I think would look really nice. Just feel like it's too long. Alright, I'll have to mess with that. So I'm going to have to dig for bits on that one. Well, there he is, mostly assembled, with some hodgepodge extra kit bashing. And then I do want to look at the terrain, because I made some really cool terrain pieces. So I made this like, I've made this like shop front that's all blown up out of the terrain set, which is really cool. It's like some kind of restaurant or something that was all blown up. Then I made this little noodle shop. It was cool with all the little things, and this is like a nice connection piece. And then I've got two things that aren't like bricks. This one's more like a weird post-apocalyptic fence sci-fi wall with a light pole. And this one's like some kind of like industrial little shack piece. So yeah, so that's what I've got made. I have a bunch more still that I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. So we're still playing with it. We just need a couple things I really like, and I'm probably going to glue together to keep together. Because when I paint them, they're basically going to stick together anyway. That was weird. Okay. Well, on that weird note, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it there. But yeah, that's the Strider. He's a neat model, but very fiddly to go together. I do like you get bits for the different versions, though, in one box. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. And tomorrow, we're going to work on my painting competition piece on the display board. That's what all that spackle and stuff I had on the screen earlier was for. So we're going to work on that tomorrow. We're going to work on getting the guys all placed on it and the bases all cut out and glued down and all that stuff tomorrow. So it should be a good time. It should be a good time. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it, because I have to go dig through my bits box now to keep looking for parts for this guy. And my craft room is a fucking mess. So I have to move like everything in its brother to get to my bits box. So I will go ahead and I will catch you guys later.